Hi guys, it's Tara here with Making Cancer Fun, and I'm going to share with you a really quick, easy tip to help your kids take their medicine. So this actually came about with a conversation that I recently had with a friend of mine. Her little 3-year-old has been diagnosed with epilepsy, and so he is just struggling taking his medicine. And you know, when my daughter was going through her cancer treatment, she had an NJ tube, so it bypassed the stomach and went right into the intestine. And we did most of her medicine, you know, syringing them through that NJ tube, but there were always a few that could not be put through a tube, and she'd have to take these orally. And so some of them were really gross, and it was a challenge to get her to take these. Now, I wish I could say, hey, this was something that we did to make cancer fun for her when she was little. It was not. It was an idea that we came up with that I was sharing with my girlfriend while we were talking about ways that she could help her son. And that's kind of what's cool about making cancer fun, is that there's always new ideas. There's always new things that you can do to make it fun for kids. And so I'm going to show you the idea that we came up with, and it's cheap. You guys know I love anything that is cheap and easy. I am not crafty. I am not one of those Pinteresty moms. You guys totally who are masters at that, you put me to shame. So this is my super easy fun thing. Now, one tip is we never called medicine medicine. It was always called supplements. And so whether that was a prescription medicine or whether that was a vitamin, and this is just, again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, these are just the tips that I did for my daughter while she was going through stage 4 high-risk neuroblastoma, and what worked for us. And hopefully there'll be an idea that might work with you. And of course, you can always run those things by your doctor, by your medical professional, and say, hey, here's an idea that I heard about. Do you think this will work? And so we never called it medicine. And really, for me, if you've spent any amount of time in my world or in my space, you know, I'm very cautious of the words that we say and what we create, and for our children particularly. And so medicine implies that you are sick, that there's something wrong with you, and that you need to be fixed. And I did not want those that communicated to my daughter. So we would just talk about supplements, because even healthy people take supplements. I take supplements. You know, there's lots of supplements that are on the market, vitamins, nutritional supplements. So there's nothing wrong with somebody who takes a supplement. It just supplements their health. And so this is what these things were. They supplement their health. And so you may want to, you know, think about what is the communication when we're taking medicine, which just kind of has a really heavy negative, you know, I'm sick, I'm ill, I need to take medicine, versus, hey, I just need a supplement to supplement myself. And sometimes those supplements are prescriptions because we're going through something really, you know, horrific like cancer. And sometimes even after they're done with treatment, they may need to take supplements. In this case, her little boy is going to need to take both, you know, actual prescription medicine and actual supplements to counteract some of the side effects from those medicines, probably for most of his life. And so what I did was I went literally to the drive-thru at my pharmacy, and I asked for syringes that are 10 mLs. Now, what I found was that most often they would give me the syringe that was equivalent to what the medicine was. If they needed a 5 ml, they got a 5 ml. So you can ask specifically for a 10 ml. And the cost on these was free. So I love everything that's free, okay? So we have these little handy dandy syringes. All right, let's throw that plastic out. And then I went to the dollar store, and I picked up lots of fun little crafty things. And you could kind of decide for your kiddo what they love. So that was the next thing I did. I went to the dollar store, and then I went to my local craft store, and I got some Velcro, and I got the little circles, okay, that are about the size of the syringe cap. All right, so let me show you how easy and non-crafty I am, but how fun this is going to be. So we're gonna open up our Velcro. All right. And we have two sides with our Velcro. So we have the square side here, and we have the circle side, or the circle side. So you can choose if you like the circles or the squares. I like the circles because they fit perfectly on here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one off and stick it on the end of my Velcro, right like that, okay? So each syringe, you're just going to open up your syringes, and I would get a couple of different ones. And the reason why is because one of the things with kids, particularly, you know, all kids, right? They want to make choices. They want to be their boss. It's like our favorite day, right? When our kids learn the word no. And so the more choices we can give them, the more empowered they feel, right? And think about it, as adults, you know, if we're given a diagnosis, we really have more choices than our kids do. At the end of the day, if my doctor says, hey, you need to take this medicine, I have the choice as an adult whether or not I will or not. Now, I can suffer the consequences of not following my doctor's orders, but truly I have the choice of whether or not I'm going to have that procedure done, have that surgery done, take that medicine. Our children don't have those choices because we're making them for them. So they actually have less, way less choice than we do. And even as simply as saying, yes, I'm going to choose to follow my doctor's orders does empower us because we have that choice. And so we're taking that away completely from our kids. And so that's one of the reasons I chose to get multiple syringes, because this is something that's pretty small, but simply giving them a choice of, hey, which toy do you want to use, or which fun, you may not want to call it a toy, but which fun supplement syringe do you want to use today? And you can just call it a supplement syringe, and then they get to choose. And that's something, again, super small, but it gives them a choice. Which supplement syringe do you want? The more ways that we can find opportunities for our children to make choices, the better they're going to feel, because just like we like to have choices, right? Kids like to have choices too. Okay, so now I have Velcroed all of my things. Now, I chose this one. I got this at the dollar store. This is a little Paw Patrol thing. And the reason I saw this is because my adorable little nephew is a Paw Patrol fanatic. He loves Paw Patrol. I don't even really know what it is, but I know that he loves it. Okay, so we got this little Paw Patrol guy. And all I'm going to do is take the other side of the Velcro, right? Stick that on the end of him. See how easy? Now watch. Ah, instant magic. I now have a Paw Patrol syringe. Okay, now they actually had a bunch of these different Paw Patrols. So if you've got a kiddo who loves Paw Patrols, you might make all 5 of yours, your little Paw Patrol syringe. Maybe you just like colors. This one is super easy. It's just one of these curling ribbons. This came in a pack of 2, okay? And again, I'm just taking the end of my Velcro, sticking it on the end there, sticking it on the end there, and now I've got a super fun syringe, okay? Now what's great is, and the reason I'm using Velcro and not glue is that when these have to be washed, I can just pull this off and this can be washed, and then I can stick it back on. And because they're so cheap, you can really make lots of them. But how much more fun, right, is it to take your supplement or your medicine in a fun syringe like this than in a sad, boring one like this? You might also, maybe your kiddo's into princesses and you find lots of different princesses. I found this bag, so this is a cool thing, right? Because there's 3 in here, so that's 3 for $1, which is even better. I'm all about the, what's cheap and inexpensive and, frugal to make for your kids. So this one had all different sea creatures, and I thought this one was really fun. And so he gets a little Velcro tab, and now he is a fun star syringer. How fun is that? This was cute too. I got 3 cars for $1. Now what's great about this is maybe you do all cars. Maybe you've got a kid who just loves the cars and you're like, all right, well then we'll make them all, we'll make them all different ones, and you can choose which color car you want to take your supplements with today. Again, just stick it on the back there. There you go. And then, so you could literally do 5 syringes that are all cars. But look how fun, how much more fun would this be for your kiddo to take their medicines, to take their supplements, when they get to choose which syringe they want to use. So easy, fun. You can do all the same, like you could do all 3, all different sea creatures. You could do all cars. You can really just run wild with this. Maybe you surprise them. Maybe they have a medicine that's like the really icky one to take, and the icky one gets the special syringe. But you can get as creative as you want. Take your kid to the store. Let them pick out which ones they want to use. Again, the more choices they have, and the more fun it is. And then there you go. Look at that. All this fun. So enjoy. Let's continue making as much fun as we can for our kiddos during times that traditionally are not fun. And we know science shows that the more laughter they have, the better it is for their body, for their healing. It boosts their immune system. It increases their pain threshold. And there's an interesting study that just came out that showed that the way we as parents respond to our child having surgery, just our anxiety, will determine, oh, that just popped off, how much pain they experience in their memories from that surgery. So we as parents have to be so on point to make sure that we're doing everything we can to make sure that we're making our experiences and we're making cancer fun for our kids. Thanks for watching. Bye.